All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Karkadas. Want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone. And a sincere Shalom to the Akim out here that's doing and pushing his work in truth and in sincerity. Okay, when I'm going on this video, okay, that I won't shed a tear when judgment comes down on, Israel. Okay. This is Jeremiah 6:2. Right, I'm gonna read it in the Amplified version. Okay. And it says, I will destroy the daughter of Zion, Jerusalem, the lovely and delicate one, so like a luxurious pasture. Shepherds with their flocks, will come against her. They will pitch tents all around her. They will pasture each one in his place, eating up all her rich grasses. Right. And when you look at, the state, the condition that our people were in, you're being taken advantage of. Okay. Um, and our people love being in this captivity, love being lied to. Okay. They trust in oppression, as the scriptures say. Um, but it says they shall prepare for war against her, because our people don't realize that they have enemies. Well, yeah, they may have a little bit of knowledge, okay, that they have enemies, but they don't know what the hell to do, okay, the right way to do, right? It says, arise, let us take her by surprise and attack her at noon. But at last the daylight pales, the evening shadows grow long. Arise, let us awaken to attack her at night and destroy her fortified places. Right? So this judgment that's going to come is going to be when, Jake least expected. Okay? Just like before. Okay? Our people didn't expect, you know, their land to be taken over. Okay? They took it for granted. Okay? Let alone, the times that, we in today where, Jake may rest their head, the hood, all those different places. Okay. Um, y'all gonna end up getting kicked out your houses. Okay. Living off the grid, some people gonna fight back. Okay. And it's gonna be to no avail. Okay. It says, for the Lord of hosts, right? Hosts, it goes to the armies, has said, cut down her trees and build a siege mound against Jerusalem. And, it's going to happen to where, you ain't going to be able to go in and out of a city. You ain't going to be able to escape. You ain't going to be able to, leave this country. Okay. It says, this is the city which must be punished. There is nothing but oppression inside her walls. You know, you got all type of murder, okay, all type of adultery, okay, all type of different fornication, okay, wickedness, as the Bible say, okay, and that all got to get judged, okay, which the Lord already judged the situation. Some people say only God can judge me, right? But He already judged the situation. Okay? It says, as a fountain springs up and pours out its fresh waters, so she continually pours out fresh wickedness. And I used to always wonder, man, where why is it an endless supply of niggas? Where are they getting them from? Okay, is it a factory, that's just making niggas? Okay? Like, why ain't they dying off? And, you know, but it just keep on, it just keep on coming nonstop. says violence and destruction are heard inside her walls. Sickness and wounds are always before me. Okay? It says, be wise and be warned, O Jerusalem, or I will be alienated from you and make you a desolation in an uninhabited land. Right? It says, thus says the Lord of hosts, they will thoroughly gather like fruit on a vine what is left of Israel. Pass your hand over the vine again and again. Babylon, a tool of destruction, like a grape gatherer, over the branches, stripping the tendrils off the vine. To whom shall I, Jeremiah, it says, because this is something that was written before time, when our people, um, when Jerusalem was, getting ransacked, getting destroyed, okay? And, America is nothing, but Babylon all over again, okay? It says, speak and give warning that they may hear. And the ones who will hear, okay, those are the ones that we care about, the hopeful elect. It says, behold, their ears are closed, absolutely deaf to Yahweh Shah. Right? They don't want to listen. 2/3 of our people don't want to listen. It says, and they cannot listen. Behold, the word of the Lord has become a reprimand and an object of scorn to them. They have no delight in it. Right? And that's one of the reasons why we not going, lift up a tear for none of these, people out here. 2/3 of our people, okay, that are, slated to get the judgment. It says, but I am full of the wrath of Yahweh Bashmiel Shah, or judgment of Yahweh Bashmiel Shah. I am tired of restraining it. I will pour it out on the children in the street and on the young men gathered together, for both the husband and wife shall be taken, the aged and the very old, though full of days, they are not exempt from judgment. Okay? And this is all going to happen all over again. It don't matter whether young, okay, old, all these things, don't matter when it comes down to the Lord. Right? It says, their houses shall be turned over to others, their fields and their wives together. For I will stretch out my hand against the inhabitants of the land, saith the Lord. Okay, from the least of them even to the greatest of them, everyone is greedy for unfair gain. And from the prophet even to the priest, everyone deals deceitfully. Okay? And nothing has changed. Okay? It says, they have treated superficially the bloody, broken wound of my people, saying, peace, peace, when there is no peace. Were they ashamed because they had committed disgusting and vile things? No, they were not at all ashamed. They did not even know how to blush at their idolatry. Therefore, they will fall among them who fall. At the time that I punish them, they will be overthrown, saith the Lord. And that punishment, man, that major punishment is going to come. Okay, and you ain't on the Lord's side, man. You're going to be found out there, okay, and put to death. Okay, he says, thus says the Lord, stand by the roads and look. Ask for the ancient paths where the good way is, then walk in it, and you will find rest for your souls. But they said we will not walk in it. So how can you care about someone who doesn't want to get it? Okay? I have set watchmen, prophets over you, saying, listen and pay attention to the warning, to the sound of the trumpet. But they said we will not listen. Okay? So, you don't want to listen. You don't want to get it. When, that judgment comes, right? Which is, we're warning you. before, all these things happen. And whoever is meant to get it will get it. Okay? But, whoever isn't meant to get it, man, to hell with you, man. Okay? We don't care whether you scoff or not. You want to be ignorant, remain ignorant. Okay? So, I just wanted to do this video. Lord willing, it was edifying. I want to say shalom till next time.